Morning, folks. Got my morning coffee, a little chill on. Back out in the shop. Got old Rusty here behind me. This poor old thing's been neglected, you know. I bought it, put a front clip on it, got it running. Probably last time you seen it featured in anything, it was doing laps around the hayfield. And then it just kind of got parked. I haven't done anything since. And the front clip was more just to keep birds from pooping in it. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to fire that old girl up, put it up on the lift, pull the wheels, and see what really needs to be done to make this thing a driver. So let's get our hands dirty. First things first, I just pulled the hood off. It wasn't bolted on. I have the hinges to put onto it, but there's no, the piece that goes across the inside of the hood that the hinges and the springs and everything bolt to isn't there. So I need to get one of them or make one or do something far down the road. My concern is getting the old flathead going and moving it into the shop. Now I know I did drain the coolant when I stored it because I didn't know what the mixture was and I didn't want to mess with it at the time, so I just drained it so it wouldn't crack the block if it froze. But we should be okay to drive it in without full coolant. Let's get that old flathead fired up. Well, first thing we're going to need is some juice. So, yeah. And that is the shortest battery cable I have ever seen. I put that wire in because I put a switch inside to make this easier. Get out of my way here. I think I got to go this way because of that short wire. That'll work. That'll work. Let's get a wrench. Oh, maybe it won't. Oh, yeah, no, we're all right. Some real lightning in a second if that touched. And his old clamp, I think, is probably, he's 30 or 40 years old. Judging how bad they are. No, I don't think we got, I know we don't have a choke. Pretty sure we don't have any gas in there. Nothing. We need gas. Well, it rolls. Smell gas, though. A long way down in this carburetor. I can smell gas, so I've got to be getting gas. Half choke and see if that does it. Nope, lots more choke than that. Like that. Now let's see if we can get it to move and get it in the shop. Oh, big old wheel on this thing. Come on, old girl. battery. That'll do. Well, we limped her in. Got a bunch of garbage in the back. Flat tires. Yeah, I don't know how old those tires are, but 3 out of 4 general grabber APs. Well, we got 3 generals that are holding air, and the Sidewinder, I don't even know who makes that, or made it, because that's no longer in existence, is all cracked. Well, we finally made it to the lift, and it's up off its own tires for the first time in, well, since I've had it. It didn't break in half on the lift, so maybe the frame's good. Let's have a look. All right, well, here we are on the 51 Merc. The old straight axle, as they all did. It actually has shocks, so, you know, a lot of them just got rotted off. Those actually... Well, here's one thing why I got it up here, and I got to get a look at this. That's actually the back drums, because the front drums apparently are pretty hard to find for this thing, for some reason. Why can you get backs and not fronts? They're out there, you just got to do some searching. So, you know, maybe I'll put disc brakes on it and take those drums and put them back on the back where they belong. Anyway, so I was just looking over steering components, and there was nothing rattling or banging around that I was aware of. Somebody did some TLC on it. I mean, they painted things up under here. The frame's been painted, the axle's been painted, cross member's been painted. So somebody did actually care at one point about this old girl. And, well, you know, considering what it is and how old it is, it's not as leaky as I thought it was going to be down here. Not much for an exhaust system, eh? This looks like an old tractor muffler. All right, well, there's while we're under here. There's your master cylinder. Well, it only has the front brake lines. Somebody cut the back ones off, probably because they stole the drums and they didn't want to lose all the brake parts, hopefully. Check the fluids here and make a new brake line. Get some drums. I'll actually have brakes back here. You can see we don't have posi. They're rolling in opposite directions. Always tell a posi just by that. Opposite directions is one wheel peel. Yeah, there is actually some brake hardware there. Some kind of brake hardware, I don't know what. And it has back shocks. Okay, the bed's a little bit, yeah, okay, I see. That's just a piece of 4x4 wood. Same as this one. And that's what happens when you got that box held on with just 4x4s. I don't think that's going to pass no safety. This thing's a Heinz 57. So the frame, driveline, all that is a 51 Mercury. The cab is a 50 Mercury. The front clip is a 51 Mercury. And the back, the box, is 53 and up. I haven't really bothered to identify it much more than that, but that's from a Ford. Now, Mercury, Ford, same thing for the, you know, most part. There are differences if you're into that. But, so we got four different years of truck going on here. Actually, no, technically the clip matches the frame, but it's not original to it. So yeah, we got a lot of weird stuff going on here. So 48 to 50 use that cab. It's got the small back window. 51 and later they went with a much bigger window and they changed the dash up a little bit. But for all purposes, the body is the same. It's just some minor things like that. But that box is from, you know, the next generation, so it doesn't quite match, and that's why that guy had to do the 4x4 thing instead of whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna pull the wheels and see what we got for brakes. Yeah, they've been on there a while. Yeah, nice set of rims. It's really bringing this old girl to life. Who am I kidding? I got about 1,000 old hubcaps. I think I'll just find some old hubcaps and slam them on here. So here's what we're looking at for brakes. Now I've never had these off, so hopefully there's some hardware in there. Yeah, that's holding there. I don't know how. Well, we got brake hardware at least. No brake material. Oh, I found a little bit down here. And a little bit here. We got some brake material. Nothing to write home about. Not sure what happened there, but I'm guessing somebody pried off the old brake drums. That's probably where all the brake material went. They got it in here with pry bars. See where it's bent on the backing plate. Well, it's dry, so at least I know that the axle seals either aren't leaking or there's no fluid in the diff. Could very well be that too. Probably end up replacing just about everything in here anyways. Yeah, let's hit everything with penetrating oil and throw it all back together. I want to look at the fronts yet. I'd say those brakes are a little out of adjustment. They're barely doing anything here. They should be grabbing a little bit, kind of like that. Now the guy I bought this off, told me he disclosed, he's a good guy, he disclosed everything he knew about it, and he bought it from another guy, so they basically they had no front clip and they were just using it like a side-by-side driving around on the farm, so maintenance, not a thing. That's the back drums. See how short they are. I do have to pull the transmission on this because I got to put a throw-up bearing and I got a whole clutch, so I'm going to put a new clutch in it. Anyway, I just wanted to get a look and know what I was up against. First step maybe to get the brakes going, and then I'll dig into that clutch. Alright, so there's the back, and I just sprayed everything down with penetrating oil so that when I do got to take it apart, it'll be that much easier. You can see wheel cylinder boots are just powder. So this one's missing the back bar here that goes across for the emergency brake lever. We do have some hardware we're going to have to sort out for this thing. So there's the drums that were on the front of this, and as again you can see here, only that part of the drum was touching. This part doesn't touch if you take the back drums and put them on the front. And there's what they look like, and they're in where they're supposed to be. They're flush, everything's good. That's the back drum. You take that, put it on the front, and I'll show you the difference. So, biggest difference here, the diameter's right, the actual braking surface is still correct. The problem is the hub sticks out so much farther. When you put these back on, you can see this giant gap we have here. Okay, because it hits the face of the hub before it goes in all the way. The front drum is deeper than the backs. That's why this, in an emergency, would work, but it's not a long-term solution by any stretch. That being said, I'm going to source up a whole bunch of brakes. Look at maybe disc brake in the front of this. I got a tire to put on because I got to get rid of that old flat. Alright, just got this guy put up here. Consider the condition of it, should come off pretty darn easy. Doesn't look so bad when you got it off, but there's some pretty big holes in that. Yeah, it's just old. Too bad too, it's got quite a bit of tread. Yeah, somebody even painted up the insides of the rims. Somebody cared. Somebody cared at one point. Back here. Ah, put my hand right in the tire line. White letters out. Why not? It's a race car. Oh. can't handle a little mud?
No, but you'll tear up the fields. Oh my God!
That pedal was on the floor.
Any seatbelts in this?
Nope. No seatbelts in 1951.
People didn't die in more cars because they didn't go fast. Oh, Jesus, but you're gonna tear up the field.
Oh, come on.
I try not to. I try to stay over here. I would not go down there. It's all water. We're doing it anyway. Some of the water has gone down quite a bit today, actually. Compared to what it was all underwater here when it was down 2 days ago.
I could drive this truck as a daily. Doesn't bother me
fuck
one
yeah.
bit.
What? Oh, jeez. Okay. Sorry about that. Giving me a heads up. I think all my chipmunks are now hiding. Wow, look at her go.
The wiper works. Nope, doesn't appear to.
You go left.
Of course I'm going left. Actually, it steers really good considering it's just manual steering, right?
Never forget what Katie said after her first ride. Thank God for modern improvements.
Kids never appreciate something like this. Oh yeah, look behind you. Who says you can't off-road in a Mercury? Now we needed some moonshine.
Okay, then.
It's pretty good for a 70-some-year-old truck. I wouldn't take it through that though.
No shocks back in the 50s, huh?
No shocks.
Are there?
Actually, they're pretty newish considering. You won't be passing many people out on the highway though. The old flatheads are good engines, but they only put out about 100 horsepower. One of the babies.
There's only one.
Where's the other one?
I don't know.
You better go looking.
Sugar. That's not good. They were there earlier. Oh, what are you doing?
Did you like your birthday drive?
I did. It was very lovely. Thank you. It's been 2 years. We didn't have a running last year, did we?
No, never started it once.
That sucks.
So there you go, folks. Old Red still runs and drives. It's been 2 years or so since I even had it out of the building. So, yeah, it was Nancy's birthday. I figured I'd take her for a treat and let her cruise around the fields a bit. I'd love to take it out on the street, but it's a death trap. It's got no brakes, basically. I don't know about that box. I mean, it's the wrong box completely. Let me know in the comments what you think. Should I leave that box on it and just deal with it? Or should I take it off and do a flatbed, or maybe even look for the right box? I don't know. Anyways, that was just me messing around a little bit today. I was bored. Like I said, it's Nancy's birthday, so I can't get anything too heavy. Anyways, we'll catch us on the next one.